We are ready to go in 5, 4, 3, 2.
So welcome to the Undeniable Expert Podcast, where we interview experts doing amazing things, doing expert things. And I'm so excited to be sitting down with the man, the myth, Coach KD, a.k.a. Kevin Neal, a.k.a. the Imagination Engineer. Kevin, how you doing, man?
Doing well, Odell. Glad to be here with you.
Yeah, so imagination. I think that that's something that a lot of people overlook and misunderstand. Could you talk about your take on imagination?
Oh, yeah. Well, first of all, I had someone to come to me and tell me after I spoke about imagination that that's good for school-age children, and that is the problem. We think that it's only something that children should be involved in, and studies have shown that after 7 years old, imagination starts to decline in children because it's not cultivated. Imagination is the most powerful force in the universe. Why is that? It's because nothing is created. No development, no product, no the cure for disease. Nothing is created without imagination. Somebody had to imagine it first. And when you imagine it in your mind, you create a visual picture in your mind. Something that I found out while I was doing some research for my book is that they found out, I believe it was the University of Washington, did a study and found out that just thinking about exercising will create a growth in your whatever you're thinking about. They had 29 people, and all of them had broken arms. They had casts on their arms, and they told half of the people, I want you to imagine working out with that arm. And the other half, don't imagine working out. Just let the arm heal on its own. After they took the cast off, those people who imagined themselves working out, their arms were stronger than those who didn't. Now that's amazing.
That's amazing. That's imagination, man. I love your backstory. I know your dad's from Arkansas. I was born in Arkansas. But the story about your great grandmother, man, you have to let us know about her and her amazing imagination.
My great grandmother was born in the late 1880s, and she was born without arms. You would think that someone back in that day, now this is just after slavery, you would think that someone, a black woman born with no arms, would be relegated to living on the government or placed in a home somewhere. Because no one at that time, especially black people, didn't have any resources to do anything else. But my great grandmother had an imagination. She imagined herself doing the impossible. People think that when you don't have the faculties of other people, that you can't really be productive. Well, my great grandmother learned how to play the piano with her toes.
What?
Her two grandsons, she had twin grandsons, my father being one, they were identical twins. They would have to sit her up on the top of the piano so her feet could hang down and play the piano. Wow. And not only that, she learned how to, she became a seamstress and sold clothes to people.
So she, hold on, because she born with no arms, not just born with it, taught herself how to play the piano with her feet and sew with her feet.
Yes.
That's imagination, man. And you come from that.
Yes.
Wow. So go ahead.
And you think about most people who are not imaginative have to see something before they do it. But when you have an imagination, you don't have to see it. You don't have to see it modeled before you. If you can imagine it in your mind, that vision can create that opportunity to do something.
Wow. What was your great grandmother's name?
Her name was Betty Hinton.
We should all strive to have an imagination like Grandma Betty.
Yes, absolutely.
So I want to touch on this before we let you go. you mentioned your book, the imagination. You mentioned imagination like a superpower. Could you kind of talk about how somebody listening, somebody watching can use their imagination as a superpower?
Yes. Imagination is a superpower because most people only live from knowledge. And it was Albert Einstein who said, imagination is more powerful than knowledge because knowledge is something that's known and it's temporary. Your knowledge is only goes as far as the last person to receive that knowledge. Imagination, Albert Einstein said, goes around the world. In other words, there is no ending to imagination. There is no limit to imagination. You don't have to have a picture in front of you to imagine. You can create a mental picture in your mind and create from that mental picture in your mind. If you can see it in your mind, if you have the vision for it, you can create it or you can become it.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Good stuff, man. That's good. That's good. That's good. Oh, handshake. All right. Jordan, that's a wrap. We're gonna go over there and put the same slide over there.
Gotcha, sounds good.